So we're gonna make that adobo from the rice cooker, and I got me this some, because when it comes to like adobo or like the dishes that I like to like kind of like struggle, kind of like eating crabs. It's more exciting to like do something, break something, or like if there's bones that your mouth have to like move around to like figure things out. I I would prefer neck or the back of the chicken that they sell in the store, but I didn't see it. I saw this, and this was inexpensive. So, and this was what, 1.46 pounds, 1.46 pounds. So that's enough. Like it's about 1 pound to do this in this thingy. That so that's the rice cooker thing that I got. It's from that. You know, the one, the stainless things, instead of like the usual Teflon coated, paint coated thing, which I tried here. I figured it's gonna be the same with this. So okay, tara let's, or let's go. Tara let's is like I stole it from someone. Okay, people. It's odd because I don't have a proper tripod. I just have the selfie stick that have like some kind of like tripod. So this is how I can like demonstrate what I'm going to be doing. So with this one, instead of the whole chicken wing portion, I'm gonna cut it in half so that it cooks better. Get my Chinese chopper, sharpen it a bit. You know, just, that's good enough. When you're processing food, you know, you have to like sharp knife, sharp stuff. You know, that's a burger. Okay, so I have that. Get rid of this and start chopping. Get a metal plate. These are like kitchen things. It's not like an eating plate. It's like a metal thing. Oh, blah blah blah. So first thing in here. There. Find the bone that comes out. Just throw it away. You don't need it. Careful also, like, you know, not to chop your hand. So yeah. What is my cooking background? I'm hungry and I have to learn. Well, my cooking background is you know, when I was a kid, I was taught that like in order for you to you know, get what you want is to do it yourself, and so you have to learn skill sets. You know, it's part of like me growing up in my family. You know, you have to be like skilled. And one of the most basic things a person or a child can learn is how to process food, cooking. You know, aside from language and all that stuff, and then the ethics, blah blah blah. It's basically I'm saying is it's like any individual should learn how to cook. That's basic, because if you want to eat, you gotta learn how to cook. You gotta learn how to process food. You know, the technologies would be there to like help you, assist you, but it's basic. People eat, and people gotta learn how to cook. So I processed the chicken right there. So now what we're gonna do with this stainless rice cooking pot is, you know, set it down and get my other ingredients. So put the chicken. I'm gonna put the chicken. We're gonna get garlic. Well, rinse that. salt. There you go. There you go. Hold on, I'm gonna get a bowl. Okay, so here's the chicken, right? I'll put that in the side for now. Here's a bowl where I will mix my wet ingredients. So for a 1 pound chicken or 1.5 pound chicken, I use you know, a little bit of a scoop or a spoonful of garlic, right? I'm gonna have garlic for adobo, and I like a little ginger in my adobo. It might not be the traditional way of like adobo, but ginger I like. Ginger is my friend, so I'm gonna process the ginger. So mix that in with the garlic. A lot of people don't like these knives, but like in the kitchen, I only have like 3 kinds of knives. This knife, the chef knife, like chef knife, and a paring knife, which I can't find. I don't know where it is. Well, a utility knife, a general utility knife, is shaped usually like. Wait. Well, I only use 3 knives. It's like a smaller version of this. This is like an 8-inch or a 9-inch knife. This is called basically a chef knife, like, you know, the general idea. I mean, so most chef knives are like thicker and then bigger, but this is the general size that you'll find, you know. And a Chinese cleaver or like a Chinese knife, and a paring knife, which I can't find the paring knife where it is, you know. Also in the kitchen, you gotta know your tools, you know, your instruments. The main thing about cooking is knowing your knife. The main thing is knowing your knife. Ingredients, you know, formulas and recipes you can have, but like the knife skill, that needs to be developed. And one thing cool about Chinese knife, it's just easier to chop and mince things with it because of its broad thing. You can like put like a corner and then like let it slide in the side of that thing and do that. As opposed to this, it's really hard because it's like smaller. You know, you can sort of do it too, but this is faster. You know. So okay. So we got like our ginger mixed with the garlic, right? Mix. And then we're going to get the key thing that makes it like Filipino style adobo is the soy sauce. And this is a brand that most is prominent in the Filipino cuisines, the Dato Puti. But basically the idea is soy sauce. So again, I guess you can experiment on any kind of soy sauce. And then this is the vinegar. It's made from coconut vinegar. Or this one is cane vinegar. So cane vinegar. Coconut vinegar would be a little more expensive. Canned vinegar is readily available industry-wise. So these usually are sold in a combination. So I'm not advertising the brand. It's the type. It's vinegar plus soy sauce. So you can experiment on any kind. So what I do is measure 50-50. I mean, you know, in a typical kitchen, people have like measuring cups. You can do this, but I don't really like do much of this. I just like eyeball things, and then I've been cooking it so much like I kind of know what I'm doing. So like 1, 2, there you go. That's the soy sauce, and then the vinegar. 1, 2, there you go. It's good to be exact, but sometimes you just like eyeball things, and everything is good. So that's that. You have the soy sauce and the thing, and then one thing I also add is broth. If I can find broth. Beef broth, yeah, good. Beef broth. Well, I ain't got no beef broth, so yeah. So you mix that with the garlic and the ginger. This is how I cook it, okay, guys? And stir and mix. But also, what I also put in my adobo, this is not like no secret, is salted shrimp paste. You know, Filipinos love this, the taste. I miss it, so I put it in. Also, just a spoon, and mix it in with that. Then you pour it in. I'm washing the dishes a little bit because oh, here, see, I found it. Here's the utility knife that I'm talking about. This is a basic utility knife, and you can like carve things with it. So these are the basic things that I have. But for me, I don't let it's off topic, but I don't let like the things I use in the kitchen like build up. So you have that now, right? And now I can mix things with it without worrying about using the spoon that I used to scratch the thing, because it's also stainless, you know. Otherwise the rice cooker would not work so well. Okay, so now you have that, and bringing that here, I can just like put that there and look for the lid, right? Put the lid, plug it in, and then pop it in. And then usually the rice cooks for 30 minutes, so this will probably cook 30 minutes. I don't put too much weight in it because it might not, like, you know, the timing, the weight ratio. I don't know how this works. It's not, I'm sure it's not computer. I'm sure it's like, you know, the weight, something that triggers it, how it works, you know. So not so much on this one. So after that one, I'll just wait for it to be done. So that was an easy way to make the adobo taste. And one true sign of a good cook, aside from the knife skill and then being able, is also being able to clean up the things that he used. That's part of a cook. I mean, like if you're like in a commercial cook, like in a restaurant, I guess like you can hire people to do that for you. But me, I don't have that. I just like cook for myself. So when I cook, I make sure that the utensils that I use are properly cleaned, you know, and put away. Clean, dried, put away. That's that's prime for me. That's like a behavior. It's like I don't even think about it. It's like I just do it. So now it's cooking. It's just boiling, and I can smell the shrimp paste. Mmm, smells good. To some, they call it stinks, or it like they probably don't have a word. It doesn't really like stink. It just has like a unfamiliar um, scent to, or like aroma from other people, other culture. For Southeast Asians, or like Asians, or like specifically me, Filipino, and the region that I was from, we're used to that kind of smell. And when I was like growing up, like learning about smells and senses, yeah, it kind of stank. It was like, what? But now, like, I'm used to it. I know what it is. I can identify it, and it's food. I associate with good food, so that's good. So we're gonna wait for that until that this lever clicks up, and we got an adobo. All we need is rice. I'll probably eat my mom's brown rice. So it went up already, and the adobo is cooked. So turn it off, unplug it, and let it sit. Whoa, it went soft. That's why it's like shredding. That's a good indication that it's cooked. The chicken is cooked. So cool. And then I'll plate it, and then good.